In yesterday session, we have started thalamus. हमने thalamus के बारे में last session में, कल के session में पढ़ा था. आज हम उसी को continue करेंगे. कल के session में हमने thalamus के different aspects पढ़े थे, जिसमें mainly we have dealt with introduction, historical aspects, gross and location, basically कहाँ पे located है and how grossly where they are its features, and then we discussed about thalamic nuclei, where are the different thalamic nuclei are present, and some aspects of function today we will discuss, and the applied aspects. So मैं शुरू के 3-4 मिनट में कल के स्लाइड्स को थोड़ा सा जल्दी से रन ओवर कर लेता हूँ, then we will go for the part where I have left. वहाँ से हम फिर शुरू करेंगे. So continuing the slides, we discussed that thalamus का word का meaning होता है inner chamber. It is a meeting place. It is largest component of diencephalon. Diencephalon is basically one of the division of the our brain. We know divisions of brain, that is telencephalon, diencephalon, mesencephalon, myencephalon, and metencephalon. So diencephalon के thalamus, hypothalamus, epithalamus, and metathalamus. So these are basically main functions of diencephalon is to relay between the brainstem and cerebral cortex. It is having two divisions, dorsal and ventral. Dorsal is basically epithalamus and thalamus, and metathalamus, sometimes it is taken as a separate part of diencephalon, but for our understanding part, we will take metathalamus as a part of the thalamus. It has having two components, medial geniculate body and lateral geniculate body. It will come in today's session. Then ventral, that is hypothalamus, we will have separate session on the hypothalamus. We discussed about historical aspects, about the Galen, he used the term optic thalamus, and then later on the optic word was dropped when it was understood that thalamus is having other sensory modalities other than the visions. Vision के अलावा भी बहुत सारे sensory modalities thalamus में relate करते हैं. Then about the structure of thalamus, it is a paired symmetrical structure in brain poised on the top of brainstem. It is near the center of the brain, located obliquely and symmetrically on each side of the third ventricle, and both parts of this structure are about the size and shape of a walnut. Basically dimensions, the walnut लिखा है basically, that is 30 millimeter anteroposteriorly, height is 20 millimeter, width is 20 millimeter. Then about locations, that is its relations with the other portions of the organs of brain. For that, we discussed in different view how the thalamus look in axial view. In this picture, you can see the blue color structure, that is the thalamus. Then you can notice that there is a third ventricle, then surrounding there is fornix, lateral ventricle, and the basal ganglia, nuclei, as well as the internal capsules are lateral to the thalamus. Then we discussed in sagittal view about thalamus is you can see in the above the hypothalamus, above the brainstem, basically the midbrain. यहाँ पे thalamus present है. Okay, it is below the cingulate gyrus, and you can easily locate the corpus callosum. Then in coronal view, we have seen the thalamus and its. Sorry for disturbance. मैंने म्यूट किया था, लेकिन तब भी किसी ने लेट से ज्वाइन किया. Thalamus in coronal view, you can easily see the relations of the thalamus. Dorsally, it is the lateral ventricle. Lateral to the thalamus is basically the internal capsule. Medial to it is the third ventricle. The ventral is the subthalamus and hypothalamus. About the functions, It is mainly a primary relay station that modulates and coordinates the functions of the various systems. Basically, we want to talk about various nervous systems, component functions of the various components of it do by the it is act like a locus of integration, modulation, and intercommunication between various systems having important motor, sensory, arousal, uh, memory, behavior, limbic and cognitive functions. तो इस तरह से ये इसके थोड़ा ज़्यादा functions है. Then we try to delineate the nuclei of thalamus. Thalamus के nuclei किस किस कौन क्या क्या नाम. According to the locations, the names of the nuclei has been given as the anterior, medial, lateral, intralaminar, midline, and posterior nuclei. These all things we have already seen. How they are located, where they are located, how they are divided. Then these are the thalamic nuclei. In the left side, you can see that where they are basically थोड़ा ज़्यादा इसमें crossings हो गए and that removing. So you can see here that there is an internal medullary lamina that divides the thalamus into medial and lateral group of nuclei, and that lamina splits into two leaves anteriorly and enclose the anterior nucleus. Medial group has only one, that is dorsomedial, and the lateral group has the many nuclei. So anterior nucleus, dorsomedial, or the medial nucleus, and the lateral nucleus. And these are the various nuclei. You can see here the anterior nucleus, lateral nucleus, and the medial nuclei. So these are the locations of the various nuclei in the thalamus that we have seen yesterday only. Anterior group of nuclei consists of two nuclei, basically the principal anterior and anterodorsal nuclei, and it is having reciprocal connection with the thalamus as mammillary body of the hypothalamus, cerebral cortex, cingulate gyrus. We know that the hypothalamus and the cingulate gyrus having the role of the in the limbic system, and also anterior group receives significant input from the hippocampal formation, and hippocampus has the role in the memory. And this is the diagram basically showing you the mammillothalamic tract, जिसमें कि थैलेमस को मेमिलरी बॉडी एंड थैलेमस के सिंगुलेट गायरस से कनेक्शंस दिखाए गए. इट इज ये उसी का ही क्रॉस सेक्शन, उसी का ही एक फ्लो चार्ट के फॉर्म में है. दिस पार्ट वी विल डिस्कस व्हेन वी रीड अबाउट द लिम्बिक सिस्टम, तो वहां पे हम ये चैप्टर को फिर से पढ़ेंगे. सो आई एम जस्ट continuing the portions of the thalamic nuclei. And about the medial group, medial group is basically concerned with the affective behavior, decision making, judgment, memory, and integration of the somatic and visceral activities. They are connected with the prefrontal cortex via the anterior thalamic peduncle and the frontal eye field, और उसके ही ये connections दिखाए हैं इस. They are connected from the cerebral cortex, and also there is one portion that is the substantia nigra, इससे भी connected है. So there are the different portions of the cerebral cortex are there is from the thalamus to the portions of the cortex. These are called as thalamocortical oscillations. So thalamus, so cortex, and cortex to thalamus. About the importance, the clinical importance, we have already discussed that this dorsomedial nucleus is important for our self motivation. यदि इसका डैमेज हो जाए तो person will present as a loss of physical self activation, apathy, indifference and poor motivation. And इस चीज का यूज किया जाता था पहले प्री फ्रंटल लोबोटोमी के फॉर्म में for the treatment of the some severe psychiatric disorders or the anxiety states, but nowadays this is not being done because of the some good medical drugs has been identified. Now about the lateral group of the thalamus, lateral group को दो में डिवाइड किए गए हैं, ventral lateral and the basically dorsal lateral. Dorsal lateral group is anteroposteriorly, it is the lateral dorsal, lateral posterior and pulvinar nuclei, and they receive input from the hippocampus, mammillary body. And so this is very much similar to the cingulate gyrus with the that lateral dorsal nuclei, anterior nucleus के जैसा ही है. Then pulvinar and the lateral posterior nuclei are having the reciprocal connection, means ये दोनों आपस में भी connected है. Also they are connected with the uh, caudally with the lateral geniculate body as well as the parietal, temporal and occipital cortex. We will read about the functions of this in a separate, but the pulvinar is a relay station between the subcortical visual center and their respective association cortexes in the temporal, parietal and occipital, has a role in selective visual attention and a role in the speech mechanisms. Stimulation of the pulvinar has produced nominal aphasia. Means speech का role है इसमें. It has role in pain mechanism also. Lateral के ही ventral part में, that is the lateral ventral group. It is basically ventro-anterior, ventrolateral, ventro-posterolateral, ventro-posterior-medial. They ventro-anterior, they receive the input from the globus pallidus and the substantia nigra. Basically, it is the main motor nuclei and connected with the basal ganglia. There is another, the ventrolateral. It is also the motor nuclei, but they get connection from the deep cerebellar nuclei mainly, and also the globus pallidus. So ventrolateral and ventroanterior, these nuclei comprise together as the motor portion of the thalamus. And इनके efferent fibers भी mainly primary motor cortex को जाते हैं. Ventroposterior nucleus के भी दो component है. Ventroposterior nucleus, that is ventroposterior medial and ventroposterior lateral. Ventroposterior medial, they receive the trigeminal lemniscus जो कि face और उसके sensory supply as well as the taste fibers के भी इसमें components हैं. That is ventroposterior medial nucleus and ventroposterior lateral nucleus. They are having received from the spinothalamic tract as well as the medial lemniscus. So ventroposterior and nucleus, इसके दोनों कंपोनेंट medial और lateral कंपोनेंट, ये दोनों मिलके हमारे sensory thalamus बनाते हैं. That is sensory is the basically the general sensory we are talking. When we talk about the specific sensory like the auditory and this auditory as well as the visual cortex, for that there is another group of nuclei and that is called as the metathalamus. There is another, there is the other than that sensory, there is one is the intralaminar nucleus. Intralaminar means जो उसके जो internal medullary lamina in between the thalamus में cross करते हैं, उनके अंदर भी कुछ nuclei होते हैं. That is called centromedial nuclei, parafascicular nuclei, इसके posteriorly paracentral, centrolateral, centromedial. बहुत सारे नाम हैं, बहुत सारे divisions हैं. Just you try to understand that basically इनके दो रोल है. Center for the crude somatic and visceral sensation, like the ventroposterior medial and ventroposterior lateral. Another role is it is responsible for alertness and the wakeful state. About reticular nucleus, it is continuous with the reticular formation. Reticular nucleus is basically it is continuous with the reticular formation of the brain stem into the diencephalon. Reticular nucleus जो होते हैं वो brain stem का ही, brain stem में जो reticular formation है उसका ही continuation है diencephalon में, and it is same like the scattered, no definite areas are defined for this nuclei. That's why जब हमने thalamus का जो वो picture सारे nuclei देखे थे उसमें अंदर आपको reticular nucleus कहीं भी mark नहीं कर सकते because they are scattered within the different gray matters. They receive efferents from the cerebral cortex and other thalamic nuclei, and they are having efferent projections to the other thalamic nuclei. It is having the inhibitory neurotransmitter, and that neurotransmitter is the GABA. I told you yesterday also that reticular nucleus is the only nucleus that is having solely inhibitory neurotransmitter, and the rest others have the excitatory, means all other are excitatory except reticular. There is one portion of the lateral geniculate body that is also having some inhibitory projection, लेकिन लेटरल जेनिकुलर बॉडी को हम लोग थैलेमस के डायरेक्ट न्यूक्लियर में नहीं मानते हैं, दे आर बेसिकली टेकन एज ए मेटाथैलेमस. Then reticular nucleus plays very important role in integrating and gating activities of the thalamic nuclei, and so has it is having the role in the sleep wakefulness stage. Sleep और wakefulness state के बारे में और उसके nucleus, उसके central nervous system aspects we will study in more details when we read the chapter sleep. So हम लोग कौन कौन से चीजें छोड़े हैं अभी तक हमने मेमोरी छोड़ा है, अभी तक हमने आपको इमोशंस के बारे में उसके कंप्लीट डिटेल्स नहीं बताए, एंड आल्सो द थर्ड थिंग दैट इज द स्लीप, एंड फोर्थ लैंग्वेज. So these all four we will study in a separate chapters, and these are called as the higher functions of brain that we will study in more details. Four important things. One thing is the memory and learning and memory, and second we will read about the emotions and the relation of emotion, and third the sleep and wakefulness, इसके बारे में, इसके न्यूरोफिजियोलॉजी के बारे में पढ़ेंगे, and fourth is the language. These all will be completed after the organ functions of the brain is done. जब हमारा organ function जब हम पूरा पढ़ लेंगे, जिसके अंदर अभी हमारा ये चल रहा है thalamus, then we will read about the hypothalamus, then we will read about limbic system, and then finally cerebral cortex as a whole. इन सब के पढ़ने के बाद we will read about the higher functions. In that we will read these four important major functions. So अभी मैं यहाँ sleep wakefulness state को अभी भी मैं छोड़ रहा हूँ. Now coming to metathalamus, it refers to the two thalamic nuclei, the MGB, medial geniculate body, and lateral geniculate body, or it is also called as medial geniculate nucleus and lateral geniculate nucleus. Medial geniculate nucleus. It is the relay nucleus in the auditory system. ये हमारे ऑडिटरी सिस्टम में रिले न्यूक्लियस है. जब ऑडिटरी पाथवे पढ़ेंगे तो वहां पे मीडियल जेनिकुलेट बॉडी आएगा. यू हैव सीन इन द विजुअल पाथवे द लेटरल जेनिकुलेट बॉडी एंड इट्स लेयर्स एंड इसके फंक्शंस के बारे में अभी आपने विजुअल पाथवे में पढ़ा है. सो कमिंग टू द मीडियल जेनिकुलेट, इट रिसीव्स फाइबर्स फ्रॉम द लेटरल लेमिनिस्कस. लेटरल लेमिनिस्कस इज द पार्ट ऑफ द बेसिकली द ऑडिटरी pathway. Indirectly lateral and more frequently after the synapse in the inferior colliculus. तो ये सारे हमारे auditory system का एक components हैं. Inferior colliculus, lateral lemniscus. Different outflow from the medial geniculate nucleus forms the auditory radiations, same like the visual radiations which arise from the lateral geniculate. उसी तरह से medial geniculate nucleus से auditory radiations of the internal capsule sublenticular part to the primary auditory cortex in the temporal lobe. Basically, mainly is the area number 41. 42 is also taking part, but area number 41 is Brodmann's area we are talking. So this is about the metathalamus of the medial geniculate body. Now about the lateral geniculate nucleus. It is a relay thalamic nuclei in the visual system. It receives fibers from the optic tract and conveying impulses from both the retina. That is the efferent outflow from the LGB. They form the optic radiations of the and retrolenticular part of the visual cortex in the occipital lobe, area number 17. It is the Brodmann's area number 17. So from primary visual cortex, the connections are there from the secondary visual areas and association areas, area 18, 19, and other portions of the cerebral cortex. Now, the basic, now another group, so अभी तक जो अभी हमने पढ़ा है, that was based on the location aspect. थैलेमस के different nuclei के locations के basis पे हमने थैलेमस के nuclei को पढ़ा है. Now we will read the nomenclature based on the functional aspect. This system grouping basically of the thalamic nuclei, ये thalamic nuclei को चार different major categories में divide करते हैं. Motor nuclei, or you can say the motor thalamus, sensory nuclei or the sensory thalamus, non-specific projection areas, that is from the non-specific, no specific things are known, and related to the higher functions जो अभी हमने पढ़ा था, so sleep, wakefulness state, and then about the language and memory. तो थैलेमस इन चारों डिफरेंट कैटेगरी में थैलेमस के न्यूक्लियाई को डिवाइड किए गए. दिस वी विल रीड इन द टेबुलर फैशन. इसे हम लोग टेबुलर फैशन में पढ़ेंगे, जिसमें हम लोग जस्ट इट विल बी जस्ट द रिवीजन ऑफ ऑल द न्यूक्लियाई दैट वी हैव ऑलरेडी रीड. सो एक साइड हमने थैलेमिक न्यूक्लियाई, एफरेंट्स, इफरेंट, एंड फंक्शंस। इस तरह से हम लोग इसे इन सारे भी न्यूक्लियाई के बारे में पढ़ेंगे। इट विल बी द रिवीजन ऑफ ऑल द न्यूक्लियाई व्हिच वी हैव डेल्ट इन द लोकेशन वाइज। अब इसे हम फंक्शनल एस्पेक्ट में पढ़ेंगे। तो नाउ फर्स्ट कमिंग टू द मोटर न्यूक्लियाई। So motor nuclei or the nuclei of the thalamus, I told you that there are two major motor nuclei, ventrolateral and the ventroanterior. So first one is the ventrolateral. They receive input from cerebellum and deep cerebellar nuclei basically, and dentatothalamic tract, that is called the cerebellum के deep nuclei से dentate nucleus से, and efferent goes to the motor cortex, premotor cortex area number 4 6, and its function is thus help in the sensory motor coordination. Another nuclei is the ventroanterior nuclei. They get efferent from the basal ganglia, and जो अभी हमने बताया basal ganglia के globus pallidus internal segments and efferents to the basically to the motor and premotor cortex. Now coming to the another group of nuclei functionally, that is called the sensory nuclei. इसमें हमने बताया आपको there are the ventroposterior group, और जिसके की दो डिवीजन है, ventroposterior lateral and ventroposterior medial. They receive efferents from the spinothalamic dorsal column as well as the uh, as well as from the trigeminal lemniscal system. Trigeminal system and efferent to the sensory cortex area number 312. Basically, it is called somatosensory cortex, and their function is to relate to the general sensation from the contralateral half of the body and face. यहाँ पे इसके अंदर from the spinothalamic dorsal column as well as यहाँ पे trigeminal lemniscal and crest fibers भी आएंगे. So you can add that also. Medial genicular body from cochlea, from the internal ear, and to the efferents, and to efferents are to the auditory cortex area number 41 42. Function is audition. LGV from the retina to the occipital cortex, and occipital cortex mainly the primary visual cortex for area number 17. Function is the vision. So we have discussed till now two major nuclei. One is two major group, functional group. One is the sensory and the motor, and you know that both are the ventral, and both are the ventroanterior and the ventrolateral, and then ventroposterior medial and ventroposterior lateral. So इस तरह से हमने चार डिफरेंट चीजों को, और साथ में हमने LGV and MGV भी पढ़ लिया. Now coming to third, non-specific projection areas. Non-specific projection areas are like the midline or the intralaminar nuclei. They receive efferents from the basal ganglia, reticular activating system, and even from the other thalamic nuclei, and they efferent to the entire neocortex, that is called the cerebral cortex, then basal ganglia and other thalamic nuclei, and they function as the center for the crude somatic and the visceral sensation, and responsible for alertness and wakeful state. There is another is the reticular nuclei. It is also having the non-specific projections, not specific locations are known, जो कि कहाँ से specifically आ रहे हैं. That's why the efferent and efferents are very much broad areas written here. That is from the thalamic nuclei, reticular formation, cerebral cortex, and also efferent to the neocortex and other thalamic nuclei. It helps in the sleep wakefulness state of the organism. Another function, that is the nuclei with higher function. There are 5 or 6 nuclei in this. One is the pulvinar. They receive efferents from the superior colliculi and inferior colliculi, and efferent goes to the parietal lobe, occipital cortex, and the auditory cortex. Integration in the visual, auditory, and somatic activity. इन तीनों को एक साथ कोरिलेट करने में, जैसे कि विजुअल एंड ऑडिटरी, जैसे कि हम कहीं पे साउंड सुनते हैं तो अभी तुरंत हमारा नजर उस साउंड की डायरेक्शन में जाएगा, and also if it is the dangerous sound then we will run away from it. So it helps in basically our emotional aspect में भी काम करता है. कभी कभी साउंड के हिसाब से हम रिस्पॉन्ड करते हैं या देख के हम कुछ तो. Another that is the dorsolateral and the posterolateral nuclei. They also receive information from the superior colliculus, efferent to the parietal lobe, cingulate gyrus, and hippocampus, and they concerned with the speech and integrated function. Anterior group of nuclei जो हमने अभी पढ़ाई है, जो they receive information from the mammillary body, and I told you that is the mammillothalamic tract, and that goes to efferent goes to the cingulate gyrus, It help in the recent memory as well as the emotions. Because this group nuclei also having connections from the hippocampus. And then there is a dorsomedial nuclei from hypothalamus and the prefrontal cortex. Efferent goes to the prefrontal cortex and hypothalamus, and इसके function ज़्यादातर हमारे और भी higher functions का ही part है, like cognition, judgment, maintenance of our mood, emotion, and motivational behavior. And so these are the basically the all five nuclei. I have told six. Basically, it is five nuclei of the functions with higher function. तो हमने दो तरह से पढ़ लिए न्यूक्लियाई का डिवीजन, थैलेमिक न्यूक्लियाई का। एक तरह से हमने पढ़ा कि लाइक एनाटॉमिकली कैसे डिवाइड करते हैं, जिसमें स्टार्ट किया था एंटीरियर न्यूक्लियाई से। देन वी डिस्कस्ड अबाउट द मीडियल ग्रुप जिसमें कि ओनली वन थे, एंड देन द लेटरल ग्रुप। लेटरल ग्रुप में हमने देखा कि देयर इज वेंटेरियर, वेंट्रोलेटरल, वेंट्रो एंटीरियर एंड द वेंट्रोपोस्टीरियर, मीडियल एंड द लेटरल। एंड देन the metathalamus, that is we discussed about the MGB, then the pulvinar nucleus। इस तरह से हमने थैलेमस के डिफरेंट न्यूक्लियाई को एनाटॉमी वाइज भी पढ़ा, एंड देन वी डिस्कस्ड ऑन द एस्पेक्ट ऑफ द फंक्शनल एस्पेक्ट्स दैट थैलेमिक न्यूक्लियाई आर having divided into four major groups, either motor group, sensory group, or the non-specific projections and the higher functions. So in the motor group we discussed I told you about the nuclei, basically the ventroanterior, ventrolateral group, and the sensory group, that is ventroposterior lateral, ventroposterior medial, and MGB, LGB, and in the non-specific, that is the midline, intralaminar, and the reticular nucleus, and in the higher function group, we discussed about the pulvinar, dorsolateral, posterolateral, anterior nuclear, and dorsolateral. So this is about the functions of the thalamus. Function of thalamus यदि आपके एग्जाम में आते हैं तो you should write either in the divisions according to the motor group, or better will be divisions as per the जो हमने अभी लास्ट में ये टेबुलर फॉर्म में बताया है। So इस तरह से if you are able to write that which group of nuclei or which nuclei are which functions, and if you are able to write about the afferent and efferent functions, then it will be more better. So ये जो स्लाइड्स अभी 4 स्लाइड्स जो लास्ट अभी हमने दिखाया है जिसमें डिफरेंट फंक्शंस को कोरिलेट किया है, so this is basically summary of things. All the connections are not same, but still it is sufficient for your time. Then now coming to the few neurotransmitters, I told you that glutamate and aspartate are the main excitatory neurotransmitters in all the projections from the corticothalamic and the cerebellar terminal and the thalamocortical projections. So सभी में ज़्यादातर glutamate and aspartate are the main transmitters, and the others like the substance P, somatostatin, then neuropeptide Y, enkephalin, and cholecystokinin. These are all excitatory for the thalamus, and इस तरह से thalamus के neurotransmitters ज़्यादातर excitatory है, except I told you that the GABA is the efferent, GABA as a efferent terminal में जो thalamus को supply कर रहे हैं, जिसमें भी you can recall that globus pallidus internal segment से जो efferent terminal आ रहे हैं thalamus को, that is GABAergic, and also I told you that there is efferent projections में reticular formation से there is always the inhibitory neurotransmitter GABA, and also from the some aspect from the lateral geniculate nucleus, वहाँ से there are some off fibers off. It is also called as off centers and on centers. जब वो GABAergic neurotransmitter रिलीज होते हैं हमारे विजन में, कभी-कभी हमें कोई चीजें देखना होता है, पर्टिकुलर चीज को फोकस करना होता है, उस टाइम में ये lateral geniculate body से GABAergic GABA neurotransmitter release होते हैं. So that is called off center of the vision. Now coming to the applied aspects of thalamus, there are so many new things will come in this in the applied aspects. I want you to concentrate with one thing is called thalamic infarct. It is also called as thalamic syndrome. Thalamic infarct का मीनिंग ये हुआ कि थैलेमस का जो ब्लड सप्लाई है उसमें जाकर के डिस्टरबेंस होना, either like the myocardial infarction में आपने पढ़ा था मायोकार्डियम के ब्लड सप्लाई को इन्फेक्शन कोरोनरी आर्टरी में, उसी तरह थैलेमस को सप्लाई ब्लड सप्लाई करने वाले जो आर्टरीज हैं उनमें यदि इन्फेक्शन हो जाए तो देन व्हाट आर द प्रॉब्लम्स. इट इज बेसिकली thalamic infarct or thalamic syndrome. It is basically associated with sign and symptoms associated with thalamic lesions. And the thalamus has all the role in the different systems. So the thalamic syndrome will have sign and symptoms related to all the systems that we can presume as a function of the nervous system. Like it can cause sensory disturbances, it can cause pain, it can cause hemiparesis, that is the weakness of the muscles, dyskinesia, that is the abnormal movements called the dyskinesia, disturbance of the consciousness, कभी कभी कोमा में चला जाता है पेशेंट, then memory disturbance, affective disturbance, that is the emotional aspect में भी कमी आना, and then the disorders of language. So thalamic syndrome consists of all the group of the symptoms that we can correlate, we can write. So यदि किसी को यदि इस तरह के मिक्स पैटर्न यदि है, सेंसरी भी है, मोटर भी है, साथ में मेमोरी लॉस भी हुआ है, लैंग्वेज भी है, तो वी विल थिंक अबाउट दिस थैलेमिक सिंड्रोम. इसको डायग्नोज कैसे करते हैं? एमआरआई में यू विल सी इन द थैलेमस के एरिया में थोड़ा सा व्हाइटिश एरिया दिखेगा. नॉर्मली एमआरआई में वो थोड़ा डार्क दिखता है. मोस्ट थैलेमिक इन्फार्क्ट आर रिपोर्टेड इन टू इंपॉर्टेंट टेरिटरीज. थैलेमस के दो इंपॉर्टेंट टेरिटरी हैं, एक है पोस्टीरियर लेटरल एंड द मीडियल. सो ब्लड सप्लाई के हिसाब से जो पोस्टीरियर लेटरल टेरिटरी है, दिस सप्लाइड बाय द जेनिकुलोथैलेमिक and the medial is by the medial territory by supplied by the paramedian arteries. ये आर्टरीज किसके ब्रांच हैं, किसके हैं? ज्यादातर मिडिल सेरेब्रल के ब्रांचेज हैं, एंटीरियर सेरेब्रल के भी कुछ ब्रांच हैं. सो यू नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड दिस इन द डिविजन्स ऑफ द सर्किल ऑफ विलिस. ये आपने एनाटॉमी में बहुत डिटेल पढ़ा है, और द ब्रांचेज ऑफ द सर्किल ऑफ विलिस एंड what are the nerves blood supply of the thalamus, that you should understand. You should read it properly. So geniculothalamic artery जो कि posterior thalamic territory को supply करता है, it is basically a branch of the, here you can see the posterior cerebral artery का branch है. It is this it causes the syndrome of Degenere and Ruggie. Degenere and Ruggie. इस syndrome में basically there is more pain, that is patient will present with the severe persistent paroxysmal, कभी कभी आना और कभी कभी चला जाना, and often intolerable pain. This type of pain is called as thalamic pain. यदि पेशेंट बहुत ज्यादा पेन में प्रेजेंट करे, and this type of pain is resistant to analgesic, and it occurs at the time of injury or following a period of transient. साथ में either तुरंत ही या उसके कुछ दिनों के बाद यदि हो, या पेन जो है सो थोड़ा बाद में हो, पहले जो है सो कुछ वीकनेस या हेमीपैरेसिस, एक साइड का कोऑर्डिनेशन एबनॉर्मलिटी, दैट इज कॉल्ड हेमिएटेक्सिया. coriform movement, that is the dancing movement of the extremities, and the hemisensory loss. So all the sensory as well as the motor loss, and as well associated with the severe pain, even resistant to all the types of analgesics. Then this is called as the syndrome of Degenere and Ruggie. कुटेनियस स्टिमुलाई, कभी कभी सिर्फ टच करने से भी बहुत ज्यादा जोर का पेन होता है इस पेशेंट में, और इतना ज्यादा पेन होता है कि हल्का सा टच किया और पेन बहुत लंबे समय तक रह गया, तो दैट टाइप, या पिन प्रिक किया और बहुत लंबे समय तक पेन रह गया, तो इस तरह का पेशेंट्स प्रेजेंट करते हैं. दिस इज कॉल्ड थैलेमिक पेन. इसके साथ साथ इसमें थैलेमिक हैंड से भी पेशेंट प्रेजेंट करता है. सो देयर इज द टू थिंग्स, थैलेमिक पेन एज वेल थैलेमिक हैंड. थैलेमिक हैंड इज दैट hand is basically flexed, it is flexed, pronated at the wrist, mid MCP joint, and extended at the interphalangeal joint, and the fingers are abducted, thumbs are abducted and pushed against the palm. And next picture, next page में थैलेमिक हैंड का इमेज दिखाया गया है. सो पेशेंट इस तरह के हैंड से प्रेजेंट करता है, ऐसा करके जो बिल्कुल ही abducted हो. You can see here the fingers are abducted and it is very much tightened. And when you see in the MRI, so you will see the some area of whiteness here in this. You can see, just I am highlighting here. You can see this area. So this is the area or supplied with the posterior thalamic territory, posterior lateral thalamic territory, and this it leads to the thalamic pain and thalamic hand. ये उसी का ही एक दूसरे पेशेंट्स का है. You can see the, so both are having, you can see this area. एंड दिस ये जो साइड में जहाँ पे अभी मैं ये साइड बार बार रिपीट, दिस इज कॉल्ड द मीडियल एरिया एंड दैट विल कम इन द नेक्स्ट. So when the thalamic infarct, when the infarct in the medial territory of the thalamus, the patients will present with the uh, some other another type of symptoms, syndromes. जो हम पढ़ेंगे, it is basically called as presented as the drowsiness. ये इसका occlusion of the paramedial branches of the posterior cerebral artery. मैंने medial बोल दिया था, दोनों ही posterior cerebral artery के branches हैं. In addition, there is abnormalities in the memory, attention, intellect, vertical gaze, and occasionally hemiparesis and hemitaxia, but there is no any sensory deficit. इसके दो सिंड्रोम में डिवाइड किए गए हैं. वन इज कॉल्ड ए काइनेटिक म्यूटिज्म. ये काइनेटिक म्यूटिज्म का मीनिंग ये हुआ कि पेशेंट्स के अंदर मूवमेंट भी नहीं है और वो बोलेगा भी नहीं, लैंग्वेज एज वेल एज द मोटर डिफिसिट. अनदर इज कॉल्ड एज क्लीन लिविंग सिंड्रोम. इट इज कॉल्ड एज हाइपर सोमनिज्म बुलिमिया, मीन्स खूब सोएगा और खूब खाएगा, दैट इज क्लीन लिविंग सिंड्रोम. ए काइनेटिक म्यूटिज्म, दैट इज द persistent vegetative state, but patient appear awake and maintain the sleep awake cycle, but able to communicate. बोल भी नहीं सकता है, हाथ पैर भी नहीं हिला सकता, that is called akinetic. And clean living syndrome, it is called hypersomnia bulimia syndrome. It is characterized by excessive somnolence, hyperphagia, खूब खाएगा, hypersexual behavior, and impaired recent memory. This occurs for the recurrent periods in adolescent males. कुछ कुछ मेल्स में इस तरह के सिंड्रोम पाए जाते हैं और उनके जब एमआरआई कराते हैं, साथ में उनके कंफ्यूजनल स्टेट, hallucination, irritability. एमआरआई में यू कैन सी हियर, दिस इज द एरिया, यू कैन सी हियर.